Okay, 1890, good luck. So we've not played before, no head-to-head score. So opponent has 20,000 games of rapid, that's impressive. I'll go with c5. You can do e5 as well, like a reverse Sicilian, but go c5. Yeah, let's just go e6 this game. So obviously d4 is just a normal d4 game. Okay, we'll play d5 then, because our opponent didn't play d4. Probably still will. I'm just going to try and get castled, then worry about what to do. So there, I think I will block and develop my knight if he takes, and he does. Okay. How do I do this? If I go here, takes... I still have to take with a knight, right? Yeah, I'm going to push the pawn. It's a little bit risky. Gives him a free shot at trying to remove the pawn. So he might end up with a 2-on-1 majority in the centre. It's a little bit risky, but it's done. Okay, but we're just going to try and get our bishop up now. So we'll come up 2 rather than 1. We'll just castle. And then we need to come up with a plan. It's probably going to be flying the pawns down the board. Rook to the centre and then try and chuck the pawns, right? So we'll challenge that rook, the control of the centre file. Then I need, what, 1, 2 moves. If I play a6, he can easily challenge these pawns, but I don't see nothing else. Rook across could be an option as opposed to a6. We could play rook across first with a view to b5, but obviously it depends what white does now. He's played knight back, so he really wants to push forward. So, knight in, takes. You can just take here if you go with this knight, so that's no good. So it might be one of them we just have to accept. He's going to push here. We'll trade a bit off and we'll try and support this. So I'm looking at rook across then. So down, takes back b5. Oh, b5 I can't because my bishop will hang. Not easy, not easy. I'm actually going to bring the rook right across. After trades here, I'll have to drop the bishop somewhere. My bishop will hang, or I'll have to move the knight. So I'm going to take, but at least I've guarded my pawn now. I'm just going to play knight across, I think, here. He's got bishop down, so bishop down could be a little bit annoying. But I guess I can just drop back. So here, knight takes, I just take. Yeah, I'm going to go across. So can we deal with this past centre pawn? That's the potential problem. Do I want the rook across or the knight? Probably the rook if he takes. If he doesn't, I might shuffle it across to the d file, but he's got a really good guard there. Even if we take, he can then protect his pawn, open the f file, but it might be the best we can do. It probably is the rook to go with, but there's no need to pre-move. It's a rapid game, and okay, it could come down to a time scramble later on, but bags of time for both of us. But we're threatening to take his rook now. Queen takes and we grab the d pawn, so he's got to deal with that. So he probably will take the rook, but let's just see. Got bishop e3 maybe. Bishop g5 might be a move. Yeah, he has indeed guarded, so he's kind of inviting this, isn't he? Takes and pawn takes, and you've got a nice protected centre. Now, do I say this pawn is a bit too advanced, so try and give it up right now? My knight does guard my rook, so my rook is safe to take back. And if I don't, my other option is to protect it, but that feels like a mistake to me. Yeah, I'm going to push it on. It feels like a mistake to me to try and push these pawns up just yet. I mean, he can come here and attack, but I'll try and take back here and just hope I'm not blundering. So he has indeed come over, but my rook is guarded. He hits the pawn. I don't think there's any sacrifice on right now, so I'm just looking at maybe putting the pawn on a light square. If his bishop moves anywhere, I can take with a check. But then I've got a problem with the back rank, haven't I? Actually, I'm going to offer the queen trade. That makes sense to me. I'll offer the queen trade, and if he pushes forward, I've got rook to a6. Or we can just try and go after the d pawn. Oh, he's just grabbed a pawn. I didn't think he would do that. Okay. No, I'm going to give my king a bailout square. What have I got here? No, I'm going to have to give the king a bailout square, so I've gambited a pawn, and it's probably a really bad gambit, isn't it? Probably bad, but it's done. Let's come here now. So just pressuring the bishop. If he moves anywhere, I can take with a check. If he takes here, we've got a choice. Probably the queen, but let's just see. Yeah, I've probably gone wrong here. I've either probably gone wrong or I have gone wrong. So if I take and he takes here, I just take the bishop, right? Take, rook takes. He could throw in a check, but I don't see it's useful. If rook takes check, here, I'm going to go with the knight and try and keep my pawn, but I don't think I can. I think I've blundered this game away very badly. A rook across right now, I can throw a check in, so he won't do that. Again, if he moves the bishop, I can trade the rook and drop the knight back. But I don't think I can afford to lose this pawn. I'm clean pawn down, just blundered. It's gone wrong. But bishop back, trade, knight back, we hit the queen and the pawn. We guard the knight. Is it something? Is it nothing? Yeah, we're going to need a little bit of luck with this one. Oh, he's blundered. What the heck? He just hung his rook. I can't believe he's done that. He's just missed a really simple check. He just missed the really simple move, or we might have got out of jail with this one, having blundered there. That's what you call luck, not skill, though, isn't it? That's what you call luck. And we still have to convert, of course. He might just resign and get on with another game. It is an arena, but he could play on. So let's take. Of course, if he takes back, then we take with a check. And it'll be checkmate a few moves later, or it should be. Actually, it would be checkmate, wouldn't it, if he takes, because the king can't come forward because of the rook. So he can't take the knight now, it's just checkmate. He could still get the knight trapped, potentially. If the knight gets trapped, that could be a problem. But I've got rook across and I can double protect. So check. If he comes here, it's me. Yeah, he's just had enough. He's just had enough. I was just trying to figure it out. If they throw a check in here, I can check and get the knight back. And if he goes the other way, then it's just straight checkmate. But I can just, if you're in doubt, just double up there and guard the knight, and should be fine. Doesn't mean you are, but it should be. But let's see what it was in engine language. It felt like I just clean blundered a pawn there for no good reason, just not calculating properly. 25 moves. They're the move times for both players. But I have a feeling we were probably -2 or something like that, and then just a one move blunder. Actually, we're not. Ooh, we're not. But we've been 1.3 for white in this position, but we're actually okay. Oh, he's blundered here as well, and we've missed something. Missed something, a sloppy game then. 81% versus 70%, so I'm not sharp then. I've missed something here. Let's have a flick through. Not a great game, not a great game. So you can see where move 16 is. There's a blunder here, and I've not paid attention, so let's just see. We're just looking for development moves and trying to get a playable position. Now here, I should have played the knight across, which is... It's a bit counterintuitive. You're stacking the queen side when the king side is where you want to try and attack, because that's where the kings are. But it does guard the pawn. But then knight takes the bishop. So I'm assuming there must be... What is it? Well, he should have played bishop to g5. So this is what he should have done. And yeah, drop back. And then you can trade off. You take that way and you break my pawn structure up. So this is what he should have done. But we're still basically playable in this position. So we're still playable. So that's a blunder. So it was fine for us to take back. Now it's still level even though that's a blunder there. It's just because he had a chance to break our pawn structure up. That'll be why that was a blunder. And then we can see a couple coming up here. But this was actually all fine. So it's still level here. So it was perfectly fine. H6 was fine as well. So I've played that all right. So he's blundered here. And I've missed the fact that I can take the bishop. If you take with the pawn, I take the rook, you take and I take. And if you take the rook, I take this rook with a check. And if you take the rook here, I take that one with a check. So I should have played rook takes. Queen to b8 check is the best move. King up. Then you've got to move a rook to b1. So if you take the rook here, I simply take here, and then we'll get these off as well, and we've gained a piece. So if you take a rook here, I just check, right? What's the problem there? Why is that bad? Well, we still got the knight, but it's just a free piece, wasn't it? Free piece. See, when you're that little bit sharper and you're on good form, you would spot that. It just didn't enter my mind, that one. That's why I've got my blunder in the game, just because I've missed a free piece. So we're still basically level on the eval, and then it just comes down to a simple one-move blunder there. He just wasn't paying attention either. So just a bit of a sloppy game by both of us. So it is what it is, but that's chess.